I have to ask you about AMA, the podcast you're launching. I'm curious if you have a vision for that. That's one question. The other question is, what would you really like people to ask you about?
It's an idea I've had for a while. We had a little video cast at R&D called Uptime, but it was a little bit different. It was more just grabbing people at trade shows, sitting them down on the couch, talking to them for 30, 45 seconds, just little quick snippets. Quite honestly, we just want to do it for fun and talk to our peers. But this is something that I get asked the same questions from a lot of business owners, people who are trying to start automation companies, from even just manufacturers. Things like, how do you deal with a customer that's demanding net 180 terms? Or how do you quote accurately? And how do we determine what we need to automate? And I get asked these questions over and over again. And I'm a believer that in our space, there's not a lot of really, really true competitors. Yes, there's companies where we overlap in that Venn diagram of what we do. And there are some that are direct competitors, but an automation company in Florida that does medical device is really not a competitor with an automation company in California that does welding. We're not. We have a lot of things in common, and we could all share best practices. So I decided a couple things. One, that AMA comes from the website Reddit. They've always had this thing called AMA, Ask Me Anything. So somebody with a special set of skills or a unique job will post, and people will ask questions and they'll answer. So I decided that, one, it'd be good to share some of my experience with the community. We're not going to give away all the secret sauce, but you can share ideas and concepts. And two is just to kind of give back to an industry that, quite honestly, has given me a very successful 28-year career now. So I just decided that, hey, I've solicited some questions on LinkedIn and all. I've got 5 or 6 already. I'm just going to turn it into something that's just fun and give my opinion on it. Maybe it'll spur some conversations. What do I want people to ask? I want them to ask what's important to them. What do they want to know? Or perhaps they have an opinion, but they want to see, is there a differing opinion out there? So, everything from technology to the financial side of running an automation business to marketing. Having run this company for 18 years, I've worn a lot of hats, and I'm not a CPA and I don't have a degree in marketing, but I've done enough of all of that to know enough to be dangerous, right? And I've never been afraid to share my opinions.